like a recipe for cornmeal buttermilk pancakes. Yes, they are delicious. So if you're looking for a different kind of pancake recipe, stick around. I don't know about you, but I love pancakes. I'm a pancake girl. I like waffles too, but pancakes are always my favorite. And I like to make them on the weekends. I have very simple recipes. I have all kinds of pancake recipes. And this one is fairly easy as well. It just has a couple of little extra steps. Warning, it does contain sugar, so you may have to find a substitution for that, but it's very little and it really makes a difference in this recipe. So this is a great one to do on the weekend when you maybe have a little more time. And it's also great for meal prep because you can make the whole recipe, you can freeze them, and they freeze beautifully, and you can just heat them in the microwave or even in the toaster, and you'll have a quick, easy breakfast. As always, the full recipe will be in the description box below, along with all the macros. And then please check out the rest of the information in my description box. I have a lot of discount codes down there. I have my Amazon favorites down there, and links to my Facebook group, which I would love for you to join. It's completely free to join. Along with the pancake recipe, I'm going to show you how to make a really easy, delicious blueberry syrup. It is so delicious, and you just put that over your pancakes. Yum. And then I like to top it with a little bit of Greek yogurt, so you're going to get a good amount of protein. It's low in fat, and it is absolutely delicious. So let's get started. So you're going to add your blueberries to a little saucepan here. I'm going to add some water, a little bit of sugar, and we're going to let this heat up to a boil. Then we're just going to simmer it for about 5 minutes. Then we're going to add a little cornstarch to thicken it up. Okay, at this point we're going to add a little, I'm going to add arrowroot. You could add cornstarch. And then we're just going to whisk that in. You just want it to get a little bit thick. Use a whisk or a spoon to break up the bigger pieces. And we're just going to continue to cook it till it gets a little bit thick, and then we'll take it off the heat and set it aside, and it'll be ready for our pancakes. This is the aquafaba powder. This package is equal to 40 eggs. So I'm going to whip this up a little bit. I want it to be a little bit frothy, a little foamy before I add it to my pancake batter. So we're just going to add a little water to it. Get your mixer out. And just like that, just a little foamy. This just took a couple minutes. If you're using aquafaba, do the same thing. Just get it a little bit foamy. Now, since these are cornmeal buttermilk pancakes, I'm going to add a little bit of vinegar to my soy milk to make my own little buttermilk here. You just want to stir it up. We're going to set it aside, and now we're going to get all the dry ingredients together. So here we go with the dry ingredients. We have equal parts of flour and cornmeal. I'm using gluten-free flour, of course. You can use whatever kind of flour you want, oat flour, whatever. My macros are going to be for gluten-free flour. I've got a little bit of sugar. I've got some protein powder. This is the unsweetened, just the plain earth chimp. I have a little salt, baking powder, and vanilla powder. If you want to use vanilla extract, you're welcome to. But vanilla powder tastes so much better. Then you just whisk your dry ingredients. Then we're going to add in our wet ingredients. We've got our homemade buttermilk. And we've got our aquafaba. Now, if you want your batter thicker or thinner, then you can add a little bit more milk or a little bit of water, however you would like. Now, I'm just going to whisk this up. And I never know if I'm going to need more liquid. I swear it's different every time. I don't know if it's the moisture in the air or what it is, but all right, I'm just going to continue whisking this till it's all combined, and then I'm going to get my griddle and we're going to make some pancakes. All right, I've got my griddle all preheated. I'm going to be using a 1/4 cup measuring cup here, and we're just going to start making pancakes. However many pancakes you get out of this recipe, you will divide it by 3. If you make 9 pancakes divided by 3, that'd be 3 pancakes would be your serving. You make 12, 4 pancakes would be your serving, etc. Because people are going to make different sized pancakes. That's why I use the 1/4 cup. They're going to be fairly uniform. So as you can see, they're starting to bubble up. When they get a little bit dry around the edges, then it's going to be time to flip. All right, here we go, finished product. Look at this. So I got 12 pancakes out of the recipe, and I love the little dollop of my Greek yogurt on there. I'll leave a link to that recipe down below. It's one of my most popular videos. All right, let's go in. Get some more of that blueberry, a little bit of the yogurt. It's a good bite. It's amazing. That blueberry syrup is delicious. I used 1/3 of it, of the recipe, on my pancake, and then I just a tablespoon of the Greek yogurt. And let's talk about macros, shall we? So for a serving of pancakes, which is however many pancakes you get out of this recipe, divided by 3, because serves 3. I made 12 pancakes, so I get 4 for a serving. So for one serving, calories are 436, 5 grams of fat, 82 grams of carbs, 17 grams of protein, and 9 grams of fiber. Not too shabby. This is a great recipe for weekends because you have a little bit more time on the weekends, and there's a couple extra steps in this recipe, but it's well worth it. So I hope you give it a try. And if you like this video, if you learned something, please give it a like and share it with your friends. And let me know in the comments if you're going to try it. If you've made it this far in the video, please comment below with cornmeal, and that way I know you made it to the end with me, and I really appreciate it. As always, the full recipe will be in the description box below with the macros and all the other resources that I offer. If you haven't gotten my cookbook yet, the link is down there. If you haven't gotten your Hume Body Pod, the link's down there. It explains everything. Please join my Facebook group and be sure to answer the security questions because I won't accept you until you agree to the group rules. It's very important to me that we all follow the group rules, and that way I'll let you right in. It's a good place to ask questions and talk to other people that are on the same kind of journey as you are. I've had some people ask me about my website. It is under construction and it's slow going. I'm trying to get it back up, and I'm hoping I can do it in a month or so. If not, by the first of the year for sure. I want to be able to put all my recipes on there, so if you guys want to go to the website, you can get my recipes there. I'm also hoping to do a lot of other fun things as well. So that's it for today. Remember, all my recipes are good for you, they're good for the animals, and they're good for the planet, and what you put on your plate determines your fate. Until next time, thank you.